Hey, welcome back to my channel Iraqi. Dinar. Here's an important update. The US actually means for the Iraqi dinar, IQD. Its exchange rate and the idea of a revaluation, RV. And whether it has anything to do with the VND or wider Forex markets. The US tariff is real, but oil. President Trump's letter says Iraq's oil shipments are exempt from the new 30% tariff. This means Iraq's biggest source of dollars, crude oil exports, is protected. Non-oil exports are tiny. So the new tariff has little practical effect on Iraq's trade revenue. Iraq's budget is 90% oil dependent. This exemption is critical because any restriction on oil exports would hurt Iraq's dollar inflow, weaken government spending capacity, and put pressure on the dinar. By staying exempt, Iraq's core revenue remains steady. So the CBI can maintain exchange rate stability. The Build in America clause. Trump's letter encourages Iraq to make goods in the US instead of exporting them. This is a US industrial policy move. It does not affect oil, so again, Iraq's actual inflow of foreign currency stays unchanged for now. How does this connect to the IQD's exchange rate or revaluation? It helps the CBI avoid extra stress. If oil exports were hit by tariffs, Iraq's US dollar reserves might shrink. Smaller reserves equals less support for the dinar in Forex markets. So by avoiding a hit to oil income, the dinar is more likely to stay stable near the current official rate, around 1,310 to 1,470 IQD per USD, depending on market and CBI rate. It does not signal a revaluation. A revaluation in the sense used by RV communities means a sudden, massive jump in the value of the IQD, for example, going from ~1, 400 IQD USD to 1 IQD USD. Nothing about this tariff news suggests Iraq is about to do that. No new redenomination law, no new peg, no signal from the IMF or CBI. Vietnam's dong, VND, is unrelated. Iraq's oil-based economy and Vietnam's export manufacturing economy are very different. The two currencies do not move together or under the same policies. Speculation communities often link them, but they have no real policy link. This US tariff exemption protects Iraq's oil export income, supports the CBI's dollar reserves, helps maintain IQD stability, but does not trigger or imply a sudden IQD RV. The Forex rate will stay driven by oil prices, Iraq's dollar reserves, the CBI's monetary policy, regional political stability, USD policy moves. Break down how the CBI could actually change the IQD rate someday. Explain real scenarios that might gradually strengthen the IQD. Or compare how other oil-rich countries manage currency pegs. Iraqi Ministry of Trade revealed that Iraq's oil shipments to the United States will be unaffected by President Donald Trump's recently proposed 30% tariff to address the trade deficit with Iraq. According to Trade Ministry spokesperson Mohammed Hanoun, oil exports are free from the new levies, which means that the majority of Iraq's exports to the United States would remain unaffected. The Iraqi news agency, INA, reported the Iraqi economy depends on oil exports for almost 90% of government revenue. Therefore, the tariff exemption is critical to preserving economic stability. Hanoun stated that non-oil exports from Iraq to the United States are currently insignificant, with any tariff impact being indirect. The tariff waiver for oil exports provides major relief to Iraq, which depends significantly on petroleum income to pay government expenditures and essential services. Trump sent a letter last week to Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani informing him that the US administration will charge Iraq a tariff of 30% on all Iraqi products sent to the United States. The percentage imposed by the US administration is far less than what is needed to eliminate the trade deficit disparity the United States has with Iraq. According to Trump's letter, the US president clarified that there will be no tariff if Iraq or Iraqi companies decided to build or manufacture products within the United States.